Yeah, so I come from a finance background. I worked at big companies for a long time, and I ran big books of money. And back in June of last year, I was in my apartment, and it was a process of awakening. And what I mean by it is like I slowly was working on myself. I was eating better. I was thinking better thoughts. I had gone through a divorce, which I forgave everyone. Forgiveness is a big thing, part of this. But I was going through all this stuff, and I knew that I wasn't in something I wanted to do. And I, so I was buying mushrooms one night, and my buddy was like, "Hey, I'll drop them off at your apartment. I'm on that way." Of course, it starts raining. Had no car at the time, and he goes, "Oh, my bad. I can't do it tonight. I have to go back home." And he went all the way back to where he lived, which was down in Philly. And instead of freaking out, which I usually do, get not usually, but would get all pissed off and send him a mean text and be like, "No, you're driving that shit here, blah, blah, blah." I decided, you know what? I'm going to get a lift down there. I'm going to start taking things easier from here on out, and I'm not going to let things get to me. And I already have been that way where I didn't want things to bother me as much as they used to. So I get back to my apartment, didn't mind you, not taking any mushrooms. I wasn't on them. And as I'm sitting there, I'm playing Call of Duty with three of my buddies, and all three of them can attest to it, which is the craziest part. I'm listening to the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow as like it was like a joke that we played, and I'm kind of zoned out, and I feel this weird sensation over my shoulder. Like something was watching me. And I was like, that was weird. And I kind of like blank out for like 30 seconds. And we lose our match. And somebody's like, "Dude, what's going on with you?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know what's happening right now." My mind like zoned out, and I went into this like trance for like, I don't know if it was 5 minutes or an hour, but all of a sudden I feel this thing over me again. And I'm like, I can't play, guys. Something's happening to me. So I'm sitting in my chair, and all my friends like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And like I felt this. So then all of a sudden I like look out my window, which is over to my left here. Well, you can see it on my right hand, but it's over to my left. And I see this like glowing light outside of my apartment. And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm gonna fucking die." I truly thought I was dying. It felt like I was dying. So I start crying, and I say, like, "No, listen, please just let me say bye to my brother and my dad. This is not the way I want to go, blah, blah, blah." And this being, I don't know, alien, I don't know if it was a angel, I don't know what it was. I can't tell you still to this day. Didn't say in English anything, but I could telepathically hear it say, "No, no, no, that's not what this is about. We're here to teach you something." So as I do this, I all of a sudden turn the game off. So like I'm in my chair, the one I'm sitting in right now, looking at the TV behind me, and this being came in and like taught me how to read energies. I've always felt like I was great at reading energies of people, reading energies of rooms, knowing if somebody was lying or not. And it taught me how it started at the pit of my stomach, where I had this little sensation. And mind you, the next day I woke up, I thought it was all a dream. Woke up the next day.
What did it
So
look
for
like?
about 5, 6, what was saying, J Dub?
What kind of size? Like how? What did the spirit alien? What did it look like?
It was,
Was it
that's the
like
thing.
a?
It wasn't in a form. It was a glowing white, huge light that I'll tell you this. Anything you ever felt in your life that you felt was love has never loved you the way that thing showed me what love was. I
And
was
you weren't
crying,
on mushrooms yet.
was not. That's the crazy part.
You didn't
So
like open the bag real violently and inhale.
no, no. And listen, they were candy bars. I don't have them anymore, but like I will say this:
Yeah.
for the 6 months previous to that, I did do micro dosing, but hadn't done them then, like at least 2, 3 weeks. So it's not like I just like did a huge trip of mushrooms and felt this. But so what happened was though, and in my opinion, I still don't know. I'm working on it. I'm going through a lot with meditation and meeting other spiritual leaders and things. But I know that about a week or two later, I quit my job. I've been going down this path for a while, just up and at 'em quick because it's not my path. But I will tell you that what I've learned from all this is that we're all connected as one. We don't know it, but we are. We're all a one consciousness that's together in like a collective. We've been taught that we're not, that we're separated, that we're just regular human beings that just live a life and there's no other beings in the universe and that we live on this earth. But I will tell you this, and I can promise you, you can ask my girlfriend, you can ask friends that know me, things have been happening to me that you would not believe. People coming into my life, experiences coming into my life that I'm attracting on a daily basis. And when you ever hear those things called like angel numbers, where people see numbers and see things like that, ever since that time, I've been seeing numbers pop up right when I need them. I've been seeing opportunities have been coming to me that never would have came to me before. I've been, like I said, I met people. I was on a trip to Florida. My girlfriend was kind of skeptical about it. We were going to go to this whole other place for dinner. I'm like, no, we need to go here for some reason. Sit down. The guy next to me happens to be in the exact same thing as me, and we talked about it for like an hour. So it's just been like crazy shit happening. And ever since that, this energy that I have is growing and growing and growing. So it's been a unique experience, and my thing is to try and enlighten people the best I can to it, so that when things start to change in the world, which they already have, you will be at least awake a little bit to it, so that you could start to evolve with the rest of humanity. Because there's going to be a big change coming, and I'll bet you within I can't say actually a time frame, but I'll say within the next year or two, you're going to see huge changes coming to like a lot of different things, and you're going to remember February 6th, 2024 as the day you go, maybe I should start looking into.